It is time now for the Heat and XN. This morning's hot button, that big announcement from Netflix. It will give unlimited, fully paid maternity and paternity leave to its employees. That is a crucial issue for so many workers. And our business correspondent Rebecca Jarvis here with the details. Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, George. Good morning. And until now, a benefit so generous was virtually unheard of. But thanks to this unprecedented move by Netflix, every single salaried employee at their company is entitled to a full year off after having or adopting a child.
This morning, Netflix, the company known for offering customers unlimited streaming content like House of Cards and Orange is the New Black.
What's going on?
Announcing a new unlimited feature for its employees. As much time off as they want during the first year after a child's birth or adoption with pay.
The first year of a baby's life is critical for bonding and brain development. We know that babies who have strong attachments to their parents are healthier and have higher IQs. So having as much time as you need to bond with your baby is really important.
We just gave them a great gift.
In the U.S., new parents are legally entitled to 12 weeks of unpaid leave. But there isn't a policy mandating paid leave of any kind.
This is also probably the most generous policy by any big company that we've seen.
And only a handful of companies offer plans as generous as Netflix, like Richard Branson's Virgin Group, announcing earlier this summer that new moms and dads can take a paid year off, but limiting the policy to senior employees, mostly outside the U.S. Newer tech companies tend to be the most giving, with Google offering new mothers 5 paid months off and Facebook offering moms and dads 4. Netflix says the new policy, like their unlimited time off, which grants employees unlimited vacation time, will help them compete and retain the most talented individuals in their field.
Netflix is setting the tone for tech companies, and that it motivates other companies to try to keep up with Netflix.
And it's not just tech companies who are taking notice. This morning, I'm hearing from all sorts of companies who are looking at this new policy, which could be good news for a lot of employees in a lot of different types of companies as well.
Oh, it sure could, Rebecca. Thanks very much. GMA Workplace contributor Troy Johnson here as well. So I'm hearing unlimited, full year, moms and dads. My first, what's the catch?
What's the catch? So I think, initially you think, my gosh, this would be a dream for my family, but could it be a detriment to my career? And there are a lot of people who are asking that. Yesterday, after the Netflix announcement, we actually read from one blogger who posted online something really eloquent that was echoed by others. It's hard enough for a woman to find a high-level, well-paying job. Think of all the things that could change with your company in the time you were gone, all the things that may find you irrelevant by the time you walk back into the office. And I think that for a lot of people, there's this stigma, this fear of being out of sight, out of mind. What's that going to mean for me? And it's not just something that's in our heads. In fact, there was a Cornell study that was done that actually found that the less time women take off, the easier it is to advance in their jobs.
That makes sense. Not just perceived.
Exactly.
Right, that's an interesting take. And Rebecca, let me ask you this. Why is Netflix doing this now when so few other companies are?
Well, first of all, it benefits them. It makes them much more competitive to all the new employees who might want to work for them, or the current employees who are thinking about leaving and going elsewhere where the policies are more generous. But one thing that's really interesting to think about, the stock market has improved, the jobs market has improved, and companies need to do more to keep their employees. So this is good news, actually, for other people working at other companies, because they're taking notice of this, and if it really works for Netflix, it's going to work in other places too.
Yeah. Also doesn't hurt that Netflix is doing quite well right now.
Stock near all-time highs. Exactly.
Yeah, but what does this mean? I'm going to ask you, Tori, what does this mean sort of big picture for the workplace in general?
So I think for it to have the greatest impact, we actually have to take advantage of these policies. And so that means not just sort of have the policy, but that we're actually willing to take the time off.
Women, men,
do it. And men.
I said that. I said
definitely. And men are the key here. There are 3 states, so it's not just the cool companies that are doing this, but there are 3 states, Rhode Island, New Jersey, and California, that have paid parental leave policies. And one study that looked at California found that men who are entitled to 6 weeks of paid time off when the baby was born took actually less than 1 week. So they were back to work.
If everybody takes it, it takes away the stigma.
Exactly.
Right.
And so for this to have impact, we all have to actually take advantage.
New trend for big companies, do you think, Rebecca?
I think a lot of companies are looking at this. I'm hearing whispers this morning, and this is truly good news for a lot of different people, because I am hearing whispers this morning that a number of companies companies, maybe not a full year of paid leave, but a lot of companies are looking at more leave and more paid leave for their employees.
We're going to be tracking this. Great information. Thank you both very much. And if you want advice on how to advocate for benefits, tweet your questions to Tori at Tori Johnson.